Good day, everybody. Welcome to our episode of learning about inverse functions. Today, we'll explore the fascinating world of inverse functions. But firstly, what is inverse function? To give you some idea, inverse function is a fundamental concept in mathematics that allows us to reverse operation and solve equations more effectively. Moreover, this episode will tackle what inverse functions are and how do they operate. We'll also provide you with valuable insights into how inverse functions enable us to undo mathematical processes, and please do listen carefully as we dive deep into examples of inverse function and many more regarding inverse function. First, let us start with what is a one-to-one function. One-to-one function is also known as injective function, and an inverse function must be one-to-one because it reverses the mappings of the original function, which itself has to be a one-to-one function. And nextly, we will tackle about what is an inverse function.
Good day everyone, my name is Sesno from the 11 Esther in the house of Joseph. In this video, I will discussing inverse function. An inverse function simply reverses the action of function. If you have a function that takes an input and produces an output, the inverse function that takes output and returns it to the original input, and it is set of order formed by reversing the coordinates of each order pair of the function.
Steps in solving the inverse of a one-to-one function. In this function, the first thing we need to do is to replace the f of x by y. Now that we changed the f of x by y, we need to subtract 3 on both sides. Now that we're left with y minus 3 is equals to 2x, we need to divide both sides by 2. And we're left with x is equals to y minus 3 over 2. And there, the f inverse of x is equals to y minus 3 over 2.
Let's have here an example of inverse of one-to-one function. We have here f of x is equals to x plus 2. We're going to bring down y is equals to x plus 2. X is equals to y plus 2. Bring it down to x minus 2 is equals to y. So we have here inverse function of f raised to negative 1 of x is equals to x minus 2. Now let's move forward and complete the table of values. We have here f raised to negative 1 of x is equals to x minus 2. So we have here x values are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have here the y values are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. After completing the tables of values, let's move on to the graph. Here we have also the given. We have f raised to negative 1 of x is equals to x minus 2. So we have here the graph.
Hi, I'm Xhun R. Torino. Today, we will have a little recap of what we learned. One-to-one function that maps each element of the range to only one element of a domain. Inverse function that undoes the operation of another function. Solving inverse of a one-to-one function, and representation of inverse function. We are House of Joseph, and this is our Mathemateach.